Hi, what's up, everybody? It is Zach of Dark Hunt Entertainment. As you can see, I have been on. I don't know if you can. The window is whited out, but I have been on vacation as of the last few days. And in the midst of my vacation, I actually just saw Elio recently, Pixar's newest animated movie, and I have some thoughts I want to share about it. Try to make this as spoiler free as possible, but to talk about some of the really good aspects, I don't know if I can avoid total spoilers. So here's your warning if you're really that sensitive to spoiler material, but here we go. It's kind of mediocre, actually, by Pixar standards. Like, there isn't enough humor to it or fun character interactions, I thought, in comparison to all their Golden Age works, for me to call it, like, great or even really that good by Pixar standards. It's kind of almost in the subpar area. I would almost put it somewhere around the same level and likeness as Elemental. But it still has its really good moments. Like the side characters, for example, let me just continue on with the cons. The side characters, the human side characters at least, they were decent for how little screen time that they had. They were utilized to their best, I thought. And then, but the alien side characters, for the most part, were kind of, nah, don't care. They did not leave much of an impression. The only ones who really left any impression or were utilized in any effective way for the sake of the story was the mind reader alien, and Glorden was kind of cute, I guess. I don't like that character as much as I think Shea Furlow's production does, but still he had his moments. Glorden, that's one alien sidekick that Elio buddies up with through this movie. And might I also say that the villain, Grigon, he has quite a rough start. Like, his introduction is that he is this intolerant and bloodthirsty warlord, and there isn't any very interesting or funny dialogue utilized to introduce him on screen. It's just, oh, we think that you are just a little bit too intolerant to enter the communiverse. Tolerant? But I am tolerant! And just randomly starts blasting away at everyone. There's no witty comebacks or anything. He could have been all like, oh, but I am tolerant. See, I like this alien species. They make very good cleaners. You think they only make good cleaners? Well, utilize for what you're best at, I guess. Or something like that. I think that would have been a whole lot more funnier, for one. Just a little bit more wittier too. He did get better by about around the halfway point, as there's more layers to his character, and definitely by the climax of this movie, there was definitely more layers shown to him. I dare not spoil as to how exactly that he is shown to have more layers than just being a one-note bloodthirsty warlord, but you'll just have to see it for yourself in order to see what I mean. And also another point about the climax, actually. I don't know how much spoiler this is, but still, there's the one part of where that Elio has to fly the spacecraft through a meteor shower. And the way that it is executed is very well paced and might be one of Pixar's grittiest, most tense and realist climaxes that they've ever had. It's not exactly that fun or exciting by the standards of all the rest of their, or most anyways, of their climaxes, but it's definitely one of the more interesting ones, to where that I think it's very uniquely good for what Pixar has as far as climaxes go. Again, another thing that you're going to just have to see and experience for yourself as to how good it is. Another thing about the pacing that I really like is the very bare beginning of the movie, of where that it opens up with Elio and his aunt in the cafe, and it goes emphasizing as to exactly how lonely and sad that our boy is, and he just escapes off into this this Space Museum exhibit, and the way that it is shown, it just, especially when you're in the theaters, it just sucks you in. Me personally, when I saw that scene, it felt like that I was in the midst of a museum that had a IMAX screen, sort of, talking about the cosmos. It was very beautifully executed. That ain't exactly spoilers. They, like I say, they front load that point at the very bare beginning of the movie. You're just gonna have to see it for yourself to experience it yourself. Like me just explaining some of this stuff isn't really doing it justice. It's just something that you have to experience for yourself. Um, Another thing that I guess is kind of a con to try and explain what my rating would be of this movie is some of the world building aspects. Like, most of our time in this movie is just spent at the Communiverse giant mothership and not really showing anything else, not showing any interesting, fun-looking planets or anything like that. It's just our time is split between the Communiverse and planet Earth, and a little point on uh, Warlord Grygon's ship. Um, so the world building is a little bit small in scale, I will say the least of. Um, but final rating, I'll go ahead and for right now give it a 6 out of 10. Maybe I'll end up eventually thinking more about it and think it'll be a 5. But right now, 6 out of 10. I think it's worth seeing in theaters. I mean, especially for those really good moments in in this movie. It's just that a lot of the stuff surrounding those good moments seems to be kind of meh filler. There's nothing offensively bad about this movie or obnoxious about this movie or anything like that. It's just not one of Pixar's funniest or funnest movies to watch every minute throughout the screen runtime. But anyway, that's all I have to say. Go check this out for yourself. I am Zach of Dark Hunt Entertainment. Thank you all for watching my relatively short vlog movie review. God bless and goodbye.